Stage 6, The Runner and the Chaser. Victory was felt in Ginger's heart, but over the next couple of months, defeat entered the chat as her prince relapsed. The man she once knew was fading, replaced by a distant figure. He was not into her as before, except for when he wanted to come. She felt mucky. Although back at work, he was a ghost in their home. Reports of Sakadi's long-term effects, including personality changes, echoed her suspicions. She believed it was happening to him too. Ginger would still cook, clean, and everything else in between, while he retreated into a world of music and escapism. Their Sunday ritual under the willow tree ended, and the strain of it all, the thick air both at the bakery and home, forced her to return to full-time work at the gallery. Life became rough for Ginger. Despite the detachment, she still showed up and showed out for Callum, hoping that one day he would be himself again. That, however, was a wish upon a star that was lost in the cosmos. She found herself begging for some attention. She would go to him with her weary heart and cry, advising him of how she felt and how things were affecting her. He would listen to her, realize his downfall, and pick up where he left off. He became attentive once more, he cooked dinner for her, and he spent time with her. 3 days maximum of normalcy, and then like a parasitic plant, he was wrapped up in his mind again, in his own world. Ginger, once again forgotten. This cycle continued for another 2 years. During this time, Ginger battled with hateful self-thoughts. This has to be my karma. I am not worthy of anything good in my life. Rascal man. How can I be created by a god who is comfortable with seeing me in this never-ending cycle of pain? Callum, what did I do or did not do? God, why are you doing this to us? I am so tired. Her body started to spasm. Ginger, Sapphire, Ginger, Sapphire. There is no redemption for you. The voices became louder in her head, unknown mean voices. Not SpongeBob nor Squidward. The magic of Scotland was now her hell. Ginger believed in heaven and hell on earth, not after death. She didn't even believe in death. I am impermanent. My physical form does not define me. She tried to convince herself. A tightness began to form in her chest. Ginger, Sapphire, Ginger, Sapphire. There is no redemption for you. You deserve this. I deserve this. She confirmed with the voices in her head. Ginger's stare was blank, her eyes were swollen, and streams of constant tears caressed her cheeks. Pussyhole. I hate you. The tightness in her chest became unbearable. Jellyback bloodclot man. No, I don't hate you, Callum. I can't do this. Panic seized Ginger as her body convulsed beneath the willow tree. The spasms intensified, overwhelming her. When they finally subsided, she was left weak and disoriented, her gaze fixed on nothing in particular. She envisioned lashing out at him, fighting even, she wanted to hurt him. She wanted him to feel her pain and neglect. Ginger had flashes of stabbing him, setting the house on fire. Anything for him to notice her pain. Stabbing Callum? No. Too far, Ginger, too far, SpongeBob warned her. Yep, he is right, that thought is actually low of you. But a little poke might wake him up, Squidward suggested. Ginger's anger propelled her weak frame up from the ground and guided her home to Callum. She got real raunchy with him, a side of her that was more Sapphire than Ginger. She gave him every curse word in her native tongue. She found back her strength. All the cursing crescendoed with her packing up her stuff to leave. I am neither your doormat nor your hooker. So go walk on your 3 legs and fuck someone else that is deserving of it, batty hole. I'll rather stay by myself and count all the stars in the fucking galaxy than to be taking this shit from you. You are such a disappointment in my life, Callum. And a disappointment he truly was. This was the first time Sapphire and Ginger experienced wholesome love. It was the first time she received what she dished out. Their love was pure and it was true. However, Callum was not being honest with her anymore. Something was happening with him and he was unable to explain it to her, until now. Callum asked her to calm down for them to sit and talk. He made coffee and they sat on the balcony outside. Callum expressed his disgust with his behavior and how he felt depressed and not the same since the sickness. He did not know how to muster up in words an eloquent explanation because he really could not understand any of what was happening. He reassured her that he would see his therapist and she took the reassurance. Callum, I am on that little thin line where my mental health is concerned. If you love me, please do better, and if you can't, just be honest and let me know. But you waited for me to be like this? I want to leave. Ginger's voice mirrored her broken spirit. I will not hurt you anymore, love. I promise. Proper thing this time around. I promise, Ginger, you are what I have prayed for, and you are here. I don't want to lose you. I will get help. He pulled her into his arms and held her tightly as she sobbed uncontrollably, her tears soaking through his white t-shirt. Finally spent, she fell asleep in his arms. The following day, Callum took Ginger on a hike at the nearby hillside to enjoy nature. He knew that would lift her spirits. And to make her day more delightful, he gave her a warm sponge bath and then made his signature bread pudding, which she loved. Later in the evening, they reunited in a spirit of understanding and compassion under the willow tree.